Oops, you accidentally overate. Feeling that discomfort around your belly, feeling that regret, even blaming yourself, feeling lost of control and just want to burn the house down. I feel you, but relax, it's not that bad. This video is going to help you feel much better mentally and physically. I know this feeling very, very well. I've been there countless of times. That feeling of my belly bursting out of my pants, that tightness somehow directly ties to my self-esteem. And honestly, in the past, it had felt like the end of the world. But here's the truth. Everything you're afraid of is not going to happen. You're not going to gain fat. You are not less valuable. You didn't ruin anything. In this video, I will defeat every single concern that you have so that you can sit with a full belly with ease. I will also share some post-overeating remedies to help your body reset. Hi, I'm Jing. Welcome to Sparkable Journal. This is a space where we find peace with food and reconnect with our bodies through mindful eating, seasonal living, and some Chinese medicine wisdom. Let's get into the bowl. First thing you need to do after overeating is acceptance. I know this is easier said than done. Many times in the past, after I overeat, I simply don't think I should forgive myself. Like I'm not on the same side with my body. I am criticizing it, I'm judging it, I'm not trying to work with it, I'm trying to punish it. That's what it looked like in the past for me. And all of that is the opposite of acceptance. But I understand accepting it is hard. So that's why I'm going to help you to accept this fact from both physically and mentally perspective. Let's look at physically first. I know what you're concerned about. You're not going to gain fat. Your progress is not ruined. Let's look at it. To gain 1 pound of fat, you need 3,500 calories above your maintenance. I doubt that you consume that much calorie in one meal. But even if you did, to gain fat, multiple conditions must be met over multiple days. Repeated calorie surplus, sustained insulin signaling, exhaustion of short-term storage pathways, low energy expenditure relative to intake. One isolated meal simply cannot meet all of those conditions. So where did the extra calorie go, you might ask? It is mostly stored as glycogen in your liver and muscle. I know you're feeling full and swollen right now, but that is mostly glycogen and water retention, undigested food, sodium-related body fluid retention, and slight inflammation from digestion. Again, not fat. Remember, your body is a delicate machine. It is resilient. It is meant to handle an occasional overeating. Your body will automatically start to expend more calories through increased body temperature, faster heart rate, and more spontaneous movement. This is normal human physiology. Your body is incredibly resilient and adaptive. Now, how do we accept it mentally? I used to be that person who can't accept it mentally because I simply don't think I should. Because in my mind, accepting it equals approving it. But we need to know that those are two different things. Accepting just makes it easier for you right now, from this point on, to move forward. It's just your mind and your nervous system acknowledging it happened so it can actually help you with digestion. It doesn't mean that you approve this behavior and you want to do it again. Acceptance is just acknowledging reality so your body and mind can calm down enough for the next steps to actually work. Without acceptance, your nervous system stays in the fight or flight mode. Digestion actually becomes slower, and ironically, you're going to feel this discomfort for longer. I'm going to introduce you my favorite concept of reframing. Think of this as part of human experience. You are born to this world to experience all kinds of things as human. And sometimes overeating is part of it. Think of the words feast, banquet. These words are even designed for this kind of situation. It's really expected because joy matters as much as discipline. So congratulations. Also, know that it happens to everyone, even the fittest person on earth, the most disciplined person on earth. I bet David Goggins has overeaten at least once in his life. So you're not alone in this. And you don't have to beat yourself down for just one time of slip up. Another angle I like to think of it is take this opportunity to feel gratitude towards the fact that you have access to this abundance of food. That is something we often forget and important to remember. So right now, try to accept the fact and whisper this to yourself. This happened, and I'm still safe. It is not just physical. It sends your body the signal that it is cared for. It is safe and not punished. By accepting it, you stopped fighting your body. You got on the same side with your body. And when your body feels safe, digestion becomes easier. Okay, that's the first step. Once you accepted the fact, we can look at what to do now. We're adopting the yes and mentality. So now let's look at how we can assist your body every way we can. First, very important, what we don't want to do is try to do anything compensating. Thoughts like, I'm going to skip the next meal. I'm going to fast for the next 48 hours. I'm not going to eat any carbs. Those thoughts are not helpful because on the biological level, restriction elevates ghrelin and destabilizes glucose level, and your hunger signal will rebound even stronger, and your chance of overeating again becomes much higher. And mentally, it creates that loop of overeating, guilt, punishment, and overeating again. It just never stops. That's why what you can do right now is to not have this kind of thought of punishing yourself, so we cut off this loop at the punishment step. By not trying to punish yourself, you're building trust with your body. You're reconnecting with your body. This started very early for me when I was in high school, actually. I remember this experience vividly because I was with a boy that I had a crush on at the time. He invited me out to a coffee shop and he ordered a cheesecake, and I had half of the cheesecake, a slice. I remember saying in the moment that, I'm gonna have to go running later today. And later he texted me, how's running going? That goes to tell you how deep-rooted this thought have been inside of me. And it's really hard to break that thought pattern, but it's very important because I suffered from that for so many years. And I know it's a never-ending cycle. The only way to get out of it is to cut this loop off. Sometimes you just overeat, holiday season, and there's a lot of good food lying around and you want to enjoy the holiday. That is part of life. It is okay. It is allowed. It is normal. Just by slipping up once does not make you someone who is less valuable and does not make you someone who has no self-control. It's only when you emphasize on that one slip, it drags this much longer than it needs to. The best thing to do at this point is to just pretend that it never happened. Completely accept it and do what you can to assist your body to digest and to reset. So what can you do? You can take a walk, a short 5 to 15 minutes gentle walk. It doesn't need to be fast, it doesn't need to be long. Gentle movement helps with your body to digest and it helps with glucose stability. I made a whole episode about glucose stability, and if you're interested, you can check it out. Remember, this is not a punishment. This is not to burn off the extra calorie that you ate. You can also do some gentle stretches, like cat-cow or side to side or torso twist. This kind of light movement also helps with digestion. Don't forget about warm tea. There's herbal teas that you can buy in tea bags, or you can make your own. Sometimes I put in ginger, peppermint, fennel seeds. Another option is pu'er tea. Pu'er is a fermented tea. It actually has more of the theobromine, which is something that helps with digestion. Or another option is you can drink a little bit of kefir. But don't drink too much. You're not trying to add another meal. That's why a few sips to a third cup is enough. If bloating increases, there's the good old Tums. That is something I actually didn't know about until I got to US after many years. A few things that you should avoid includes lying down flat, no movement at all, tight waistbands, intense workout, we already talked about it. Another one is cold drinks, because that actually slows down digestion. Now, a bonus tip. Tonight, before bed, do a belly massage ritual. This is something that my grandmother taught me. My grandmother is 91 years old. She still has full head of hair. She walks with no problem, and she has a good appetite. So I've been trying to learn a lot of longevity tips from my grandmother. She has a set of routines that she does every day, including combing her hair and belly massage and walking and some other tapping. But today I will share the belly massage that she taught me. So you put your palms together, slightly warm it, and do circles around your belly button in a clockwise direction for 36 times. And then you move to a bigger circle for 36 times. And then you move to the biggest circle where it touches your rib bone and your hip bone for 36 times. I do this every day now because I think it's a lovely way to honor my grandmother, to think of her. I did notice some improvement with my regularity. And also, this is just a great ritual to have every day, to have that conversation with your body. Especially on the day where you overate earlier, spend that time with your body. Tell your body, I appreciate everything you've done for me. Thank you, and I love you. Remember, all your cells can hear you. Expressing gratitude to your body is not only physical, it's also kind of spiritual. It's kind of like a meditation. It will help you feel more aligned and connected with your body. So now, remember we talked about not to punish yourself with the next meal? What you can do is listen to your body carefully. Respect its hunger signal or full signal. If your body doesn't feel like eating something heavy for the next meal, then don't eat something heavy. Usually what I like to do for the next meal is something easier to digest, like cooked warm vegetables. And I do notice that that's what my body naturally craves for the next meal. If your body naturally feels like fasting for 16, 20 hours, you can do that too. Just listen carefully. Listen to your body of what it actually needs. You don't need to interfere. I think in the past I did a lot of interfering. That includes punishing myself to skip a meal or to work out or demand my body to eat certain things. Those are all your mind trying to regulate your body when it doesn't need to be. It's also exhausting over time. What I'm trying to learn is to really listen carefully to my body so that eventually it becomes so natural that I don't need to expend extra energy and time to think about what to give to my body. My body would naturally just know. The hardest part is to trust, but you have to take that first step. I am on this journey right now, and this is a step towards that. And I can say from first experience that this is a much better cycle to live in than the overly controlling cycle. My hope is that this video feels grounding to you, that you don't have to panic, you don't have to freak out, that you feel more confident to trust your body and listen to what it needs. I'm going to affirm with you one more time. You're not gaining fat. Your body is resilient. Nothing is ruined. Your body is incredibly adaptive. Everything is okay. I hope this video brings you some calmness and grounding. And if you happen to overeat again, just come back to this video. If you enjoyed this video, check out my other video when I talked about how to not overeat. All right, friends, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.